I don't explain poems, so black folks know what they know. Superstition stitched inside the house code of blackness. It's served hot all times of day like chicken and waffles. Mama said we know what we know. American DNA defines the undeniable, the unknown of us, the human of us. So repeat the hypnotist incantation. When was America great? MAGA. When was America great? MAGA. White privilege is a coma out of context. Blacks, nothing more than allegory. My community knows Lady Justice got turned out a long time ago. Hooker no longer blushes, eyes gouged, probably wishes she could wash her hands like Pontius Pilate. Blackness, not destiny, but fate. Dice always rolling snake eye. Daddy said, we know what we know. Like when Master preached, slaves, obey your masters. Black folks was like, yeah, right, motherfucker. They know Master couldn't been talking about the same Jesus they grew up with in Egypt with nappy locks of hair, then moved to some projects in Galilee. Black folks known more than rivers. We walked on waters without the assistance of a Messiah. Black folk ain't never believed in no white Santa Claus or Easter Bunny. People from my neighborhood doubted forever that Neil Armstrong leaped for all mankind on the dark side of the moon. So when prosecution of a police officer makes a Sasquatch appearance across the vast of blackness, engulfed by exploitation and stereotype, learn to disrobe their faith, transform naked from scars. We know superstition stitched in our house coat cause the alterations made by colonizers. Only take them one generation, convince black folk they God ain't really no God. What kind of name for God is Ogun and Oshun, Shango, Yimiya? Black tradition, only incantation. The white God, the only God. Everybody know Jesus favored Jeffrey Hunter with that blonde hair and blue eyes. I know you've seen his picture hanging over your grandmother's kitchen. The white heaven, the only heaven. And the notion of Jefferson's equality ain't nothing except white noise. Has no traction in Watts or Leimert Park. The prism through which black folk view one nation under God is never indivisible or for all. Black folk in America born on imbalanced scales that spill niggas into profitable prisons, street corner executions. Told you, black folks superstition. If you let the Constitution explain it, everybody got an equal chance. But you tell me what country get a 400-year head start on capitalism with all that free black labor. I know what you're saying. All black folks do is play the victim, and the chorus is never unrehearsed. We know what your Chicago references mean, how it explains who you are, as though we have thugs to protect and serve. We know your blame a nigger handbook. Save your Oscars audition. We've seen this moving. We know how the birth of a nation ends. We know outdone. We know crack and Contra got Reagan elected to a second term. Yet black folks only cast in B movies. We saw that bootleg video, that defenseless black body, hands in worship, running in reverse, sprawled and splattered like the chalk lines of an FBI informant across television pavement and Simi Valley courtroom. Every movement we start, you sabotage. Death or slavery, coerced informants. J. Edgar cross-dressed king and panther. See, black bodies lack the kind of gaskets that prevent loss of scarlet memory. Make up your mind. Do you want us to be subservient or not? Why are you offended when we kneel? We already know whether you Republican or Democrat. You only going to ride so far with us. Only difference, one more up front. Republicans appreciate niggas, self-loathing in their demographic. Democrats want niggas who like bounce checks over real change. White America almost never believes when black people say how they feel, when we say that we was murdered and the video wasn't grainy, even if black folks heave when explaining they can't breathe, call our mamas while pleading the fifth. Ain't nothing unbelievable about reruns with unchangeable clock. Mama said, we know what we know. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. This is going to be so banned. And I'm so for it. I'm like, please ban it. I'm never so sick. You know.
We know, but we know.
Yeah, we know what we know.
I don't care what little game. I don't care what game you're trying to play. We know. We know what's up. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
And people tired of that bull crap. They're tired of it. They're tired of, being treated this way. It's time out. How many black people got to die? And then the first thing they want to do, the first thing out of their mouths is, what about Chicago? You know what I mean? As though we don't care about our own people. But the bottom line is, we didn't hire the guy on the street corner to protect and serve. We hired you to protect and serve. That's what we hired you to do.